Warning, this podcast contains explicit sexual language and should only be listened to at work if you're looking for an excuse to connect with your HR representative. Additionally, all mentions of the word women include cis and trans women. For my friends who are genderqueer, gender fluid, figuring it out, anything in between, and feel like this conversation is also important for you, you are welcome here.
Will you open up with me? These pages, they can feed your innermost desires. Do you feel inspired? Are you getting what you need? Are you coming curiously? A secret safe with me. And here you can simply be yourself. Sweet romance. Come on in, come on in, come on.
Hi, y'all. This is Jace, she, they, and you found Jace Reads Romance, a community dedicated to empowering women about sex and sexuality through the reading of romance novels. We are back with the August Forearms episodes where I collect the descriptions of forearms from my books and I deliver them to you. Look, I just had a conversation the other day with someone who you may see on the podcast in the future. Ooh. And they are a forearms person too. So they are so excited about it. And we had this interesting conversation where this human was saying, oh, that's so funny because I hate it when eyes are really described. Oh, well, there's blue eyes with flecks of gray or what. I don't care. And I said, that's so funny because I describe my eyes because I'm vain as shit as blue and gray with a yellow center. Like that is, I am vain as shit and I love my eyes.
I'm the same. I once had someone describe my eyes as the color of dead leaves in the fall. And I'm like, that is the most poetic way I've ever had my eyes described. And I love it.
Keep it. That's great.
I know.
That's really funny. So in August, I read 23 books and I have 8 books to share with you. And I have 3 other body parts to surprise you with at the end of this, including one. There's one, and I'm like, I don't even know how to respond, but there's no way that I can't share this with you all.
Yes. I'm so excited now.
There's nowhere for this to go. I don't even know how this is a thing, but I'm not going to shame anyone for liking what they like. And clearly, this author was inspired by something.
Oh, now I'm super excited for it now. Yes.
Okay. So the first book is from Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. He wore black jeans and a button-down shirt. The sleeves rolled up to the tops of his strong forearms. And now that I saw him up close, I just couldn't reconcile. So we're starting off light. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
There we go. Just a amuse-bouche of forearms. Now, the second quote is from On Rotation by Charlene Bwobe. And you might be confused because in the July episode, there was a quote by Charlene Bwobe, but you might remember that I was only halfway through the book at that point.
Oh, that's right. So I do remember.
This one came later.
Yes. I love it.
I finished the book after we recorded the Forearms episode, like that later that day on July 31st. So it technically still counted for books I read in July, but this book, I couldn't put the quote in the July Forearms episode. Yes.
Got it.
The magic of podcasting. We just fucking lied to you about the timing. Okay. And honestly, I went back and checked my notes. So, well, this seems dangerous, I thought. And not just because this guy fit every archetype of the bad boy who would definitely give me herpes, or because I was an arm girl and his arms showcased a work of art, his actually tasteful tattoos on a work of art, his generous biceps. My hand hovered over the milky skin of his inner elbows, one of the few spots unmarred by ink.
Aww.
I know. But also, archetype of the bad boy who would definitely give me herpes.
You saw how I reacted to that.
She if she wasn't in such a supportive chair, she Seffi might have fallen over.
I might have fallen over. That was hilarious.
Okay.
Because the bad thing is I saw a persona in my head. Like, it was very descriptive.
And the whole part of that book is her separating expectations from reality. This is a human who on paper seems absolutely not the right fit for her, but when they're actually together is a beautiful match for her. And so I love that. She observed you definitely look like a bad boy, but I love your arm tattoos. And also the qualifier of tasteful.
Tasteful, yes.
No, it's actually tasteful. You're like, oh, you know what? That just reminds me of all the terrible tattoos that I've seen.
Right. I've got a couple in my head right now. I've got a couple that I can think of.
You're like, okay, those are choices. Those are choices that you've made.
Yes.
Next book is My Dark Romeo by L.J. Shen and Parker S. Huntington. 2 quotes. He'd shed his blazer sometime during the event. The sleeves of his shirt were rolled all the way to his elbows, exposing tan, muscular forearms. Okay, so light.
Yes, just light.
Second one.
Oh no.
My eyes glued to his sinewy forearm as he whisked the mixture. He's making pancakes. Good Lord. You'll understand when you try it. To be honest, it could take like liquid manure, and I'd still demand seconds, if only for the first row seat to his forearm porn as he assembled it.
Yes.
So I haven't watched the Mask Man thirst traps, but I have a dear friend who sends me cooking men thirst traps. So I am very well versed in the forearm porn of a good whisking.
Yes. Wait, but wasn't it you who got me hooked on Donut Daddy? On Instagram? Yep, that's exactly.
A friend of mine sent me so many, including so many of his, and at one point I sent one to you, and yes. I ruined your Instagram algorithm.
You did. You did.
It's very funny, but she sends me so many. And not just through Instagram, just, oh my gosh. You know what? You have to have that friend. You have to have a friend that sends you memes. And every friendship has different memes. And this friendship is thirst trap cooking memes. So
that's okay. My best friend likes to send me boudoir photo shoots.
I don't know what Boudoir is, but everyone here knows who Devin is. She was on an episode of the podcast.
Yes, I know. Devin likes to send me boudoir, which is basically like boudoir shoots, but it's guys who probably are not your typical boudoir shoot subjects, but they're amazing.
I want to get on that. I want to get on that list.
Okay.
Tell Devin to send me some.
I will. I absolutely will.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Season of Love by Helena Greer. This is not about a man, because women have forearms too, and non-binary people have forearms too. So fuck off, all y'all who are like, only men. No, not only men. Also, not only authors apparently love forearms of all kinds too. So here we go. And they feel pretty light in terms of description, but there were 2 moments in this story, and I just had to share them with y'all. Miriam turned her eyes purposefully away from the exposed forearms and tried to remember what she'd been working on.
So distracted she couldn't remember. I love it.
I love it. Okay, second one. Noelle leaned against the doorframe, and Miriam was briefly hypnotized by how her forearms crossed over her breasts. I have a Christmas present planned. That's what Noelle said to Miriam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why. Noelle said that to Miriam. She's like,
good.
Bitch, I have a Christmas present planned for you.
But
Follow me in my beautiful forearms.
Right?
Follow me in my beautiful forearms into the magic of the Christmas present I have for you at this Jewish-owned Christmas tree farm. It's great.
I still need to read that book because that just sounds so fascinating to me.
It was really fun. There's 3 books in that series. I have the second one. Oddly enough, don't have the third one. I know. You're shocked and appalled. How unlike me.
Not appalled, just shocked.
I feel like if I ever make merch, I need a shirt that says, yes, I have already pre-ordered that.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Or a tote bag, because I'm really a tote bag person. Okay.
Really? I did not guess that for you for some reason.
I fucking love a tote bag. I almost never wear t-shirts and graphic tees. I guess this is personal. I don't know if you need to know about this about me, but I don't like the way that my body looks in t-shirts.
Okay.
It's not my preference.
It's not your thing.
I think I have really nice shoulders, and t-shirts weirdly cut them at strange places. I don't like it.
That's fair because t-shirts are weird. So that's
I'd rather wear like a long sleeve shirt or a tank top, and I am obsessed with cardigans in a not Taylor Swift way because I don't really understand the Taylor Swift reference because I'm old. Well,
the only reason I know the Taylor Swift reference is because my coworker is a big Swiftie, and she has a song called Cardigan, and that's where it started. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know it was a thing until she was on she made a commercial where she said something about cardigans, and I was like, is this a thing? And my Taylor Swift friends were like, it's a thing. And I said, don't explain it to me. I don't need to know. Yeah. Not that I'm sure it's a bad reference, but I don't need to know. Next is Chef's Kiss, another not male situation. These descriptions are about Ray, who is non-binary, and love it. I know, just super fun. First quote, Simone's gaze lingered on Ray's forearms where her shirt sleeves. This is okay. So it does use she, her pronouns because this quote is before Ray came out to Simone. And so within the story, Ray is still she, her as Simone understands. Mm-hmm. I didn't want anyone to be surprised if you haven't read the book. Let me start over. Simone's gaze lingered on Ray's forearms where her shirt sleeves were pushed back past her elbows. She probably could have carried Simone up those stairs. There was some serious definition there. That was a totally normal thing to notice about a friend.
Yeah, totally. Totally normal.
Totally normal thing to notice about a friend.
I love that so much. Totally. Absolutely. Yeah. That's exactly that. I mean, that was the first thing I noticed about you, Jace. Was
my forearms?
Your forearms.
I'm going to go with that is blatantly not true, y'all. That is a lie because I wear... Number one, Steffi and I have never met in person. It's sad. It's devastating.
It really is
devastating.
It's so
Girl,
sad.
you need to come with me. You need to come with me to Smut Lovers next year. Side note, like you have to.
That would be amazing.
Jesus fucking Christ, you have to. But I also wear so many layers. I'm so sensitive to the cold. I'm like, I don't even know if you've seen my forearms ever.
I don't know.
For all you know, I have elbows, but
there's no evidence that you do. It's just...
I've never seen them. That's so funny. gosh. Okay, so this next quote is not about forearms, but I needed to share it because it's ridiculous and I can't and I have to. It's not about a different body part. It references forearms, but it's not about forearms.
Okay.
Okay, so this is from The Darkest Prince by Gillian Frost. Alex's eyes widened when Carrie pulls out Luca's cock. He's a lot bigger than Bash and me, and thicker too. His dick's gotta be as long as the girl's forearm.
Oh no! No!
I know! But where else was I gonna put this quote?
Like look at my arm. Like, it's
Okay.
just like,
for reasons you do not need to know, but I do. It's for, I'm trying to buy curtains to help with the sound here. But I have it. So like that is like my forearms are legitimately 12 inches long. Like legitimately from this to the end of my elbow. 12 inches. You're gonna poke her lung out. You're gonna puncture a lung.
Can you imagine going to the ER with that complaint?
So like this is a moment in this story which, if you listen to my review of that, don't read The Darkest Prince. Read Cruel Princess. I haven't finished the series. The Darkest Prince is technically like a prequel in that it starts. Yeah. It tells the story before the beginning of The Darkest Prince, but it was written after that series. So like it's super weird. But this story takes place when they're all in fucking high school. Like, can you imagine?
That would be like a first experience, and a first experience with that. Holy shit! No thanks.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, oh god, it's dark. It's straight up dark romance. Like the rules don't apply in dark romance in a lot of ways, but penis size you don't need 12 inches. Authors, readers, stop enjoying 12 inches. Say like 6 is great.
6 is great.
6 is great.
It really
is.
Let's
keep that. Let's keep it going. Let's reclaim accurate, appropriate penis size.
Right? Like, why do they write it like that? Because like there are some who enjoy larger size penis, and that's fine. And that's
totally fine.
But I don't think anyone would be able to, one, handle a foot size, like as a full foot, a foot length penis inside your body. It's not that big of a space. And two, would be able to enjoy it because it would hurt.
If I'm remembering correctly from Come As You Are, like your vagina is at rest when you're not, pushing a baby out of it, because that's what it's for too. It's like 4 inches. That's 3 times the length of your actual vagina. What? What are you supposed to do with that? Yeah. I had a great conversation with Rara about how, because we were talking about why choose romance. She's like, why is it that one person is always longer and the other one is girthier or thicker? I'm like, I don't know, Rara, because that's the only way you'll be able to tell them apart in the dark, which is another story about glow-in-the-dark condoms that I will tell you off camera.
Yes. Sorry, folks.
Oh my god. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, not sorry. Okay. But I had to share that quote, and I felt like the Forearms episode was the right place to do it.
Yes. It works. Yes.
Yeah. Moving on to a more reasonable description of Forearms, except for the fact that it's like 5 sentences. It's from Showmance by Chad Begwelin, and this book came out October 1st, so you might not have seen any quotes if you follow me on Instagram, because when I posted my review, the book had not been released, and you can't release ARC quotes. But I'm going to do this on a podcast because this is released, and I'm hoping that it didn't get cut. So if it gets cut, I'm really sorry. Hopefully they didn't cut all of this, because this is great. He clearly didn't shave this morning, and the scruff on his face had the tiniest shades of ginger that matches the hair on his forearms. My God, his forearms. How do you even get forearms that muscular? My mind travels back to the day he kissed me and how forcefully those forearms wrapped around my waist and locked me in place.
I love that 100%. Like,
right? I really hope they don't cut it or change it at all.
No.
It's great.
Oh,
also, Luke is like some cinnamon roll golden retriever. He is like too pure for this world, and I love him. And the fact that he's also like a ginger, I'm like, take me now, sir. If only you liked vagina.
Downside.
Downside to an MM romance where they're both gay as opposed to a different type of queer. Yes. I know, it's devastating. And then the last one is The Fake Boyfriend Fiasco by Talia Hibbert. This is short and sweet. Short and sweet, but worth it. His forearms were golden brown and suited with dark hair, thickly muscled and lined with veins she'd love to run her tongue over. Theoretically, of course. Because they're fake dating. Because they're fake dating.
Theoretically. I love that so much. The theoretically, of course. It just makes that whole quote. That's great.
Also, it includes the hair, the muscles, the veins.
The veins. All of it. It covers the whole checklist.
All of it. The whole gamut. Like, check, check, check on these forearms. The only thing missing is a tattoo. But
I know. Oh, that's amazing.
I have 3 non-forearm body parts that I must share with you.
I'm very excited.
No, 4. So the first one is, it's 2 quotes from this book called X's and Foes by Amanda Woody. And this is a YA romance. It is super sweet. And there are just some things that only a teenager could get away with saying. Like, when you become a grown-ass adult, you're like, oh, I would never say that. But in this, there are 2 quotes, and they're just so adorable. So the first one is, she massages her round chin, looking pensively at the paneled ceiling through her voluptuous eyelashes. Voluptuous eyelashes. It's I feel like the wrong adjective for eyelashes, but I love it so much.
I know.
Like, what 17-year-old boy is like, look at her eyelashes.
Like, that's the epitome of like starstruck in love. Like,
I know, and it's like it's their part of their meet cute. Like, it's part of the whole meet cute story, so it's just even more adorable. And then this is later. This is the same character. What is his name? It's Emma and Caleb. Yeah, Caleb. So these are both Caleb. Her shirt rumples up against her rib cage, and I don't know what it is about midriffs. Girls wearing crop tops, guys stretching to reveal their stomachs, but they're the most likely body part to drive me feral. Which is also really adorable because Caleb is like not feral.
Not feral at all. It's adorable.
Caleb is like demisexual, and so not feral.
I love that so much. It's so
I'm completely wrong, and it's Emma, but I think this is about Emma and not from Emma's POV. So I don't know. We need to take better notes, but not really, because I just love that. Like,
it's
the
so
midriffs drive me feral. Like, oh,
and that's such a teenage. It's such a teenage thing to say. So much.
A guy reaches up in his stomach. Feral.
It's full on cheetah mode.
Oh my God. I can't even explain my life right now. Okay, so the next one, I'm not even telling you what body part it is because it will appear in this paragraph.
Okay.
And This isn't even the only time it's mentioned, but I couldn't bring myself to share any of the others. It's only to do multiple ones. I'm just telling you that this is when it's introduced, and it is not the only time this is mentioned. Okay?
Oh, no.
It's from The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center. It was the kind of thing I'd think about sometimes, idly while making dinner. What was it about his face that I liked exactly? Some hidden geometry that clicked with patterns in my brain? The plumpness of his mouth, maybe, or the angle of his jaw. Or, and this might betray how many times I'd rewatched some of those videos, something about the shape of his nostrils. Is that a weird thing to say? That a man has appealing nostrils? But he did. Friendly, straightforward, symmetrical nostrils that kind of dimpled down a little when he was suppressing a smile. What?
Friendly nostrils? What the hell?
I don't know.
And that's not the only time they're talked about?
No, she like mentioned, so this is like, I think before she meets him. And then when they actually meet, she mentions it like once or twice. She's like, oh yeah, his nostrils. Not like in as much detail as this, but like, oh yeah, remember how I love his nostrils. What?
The word that kills me is friendly. Friendly nostrils.
Also, like, this is about a dude who's the grump in this relationship, like, suppressing a smile. Like, I guess, but, like, I don't know what about him says friendly.
His nostrils,
okay,
apparently.
This is funny. I just have to, like, we're ending on, like, on a quote that just made me go, really? It's from You Can Follow Me by Joe Brenner. He copied her shrug, and she stared transfixed at his shoulders for a second. They were just so shouldery. That's it. That's all we get. And I was just like, okay, what? You're transfixed by his shoulders, and they're so shouldery. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have ended on the nostrils. Oh my god! But like, I just so shouldery. Okay, fine. I know, but I will. If you didn't do the math at the beginning, we're still at about a third of all the books that I read have some sort of mention of forearms. So we will continue. And oh boy, September. I think I found it. The new, like, I haven't, the book with the most mentions of forearms I've ever read in my life.
Oh my God.
Read in my life.
Oh no.
So y'all are in for a treat whenever it is that we release the September version, the September issue, the September episode of Forearms. Oh yeah, friends. That's going to be a good one. But thank you for joining me. If you have books that you think have a great mention of forearms, or if there's just a unique description of a body part, send it my way. Like, put it in the comments either on the website jacereadsromance.com or wherever you are listening to this podcast. And bye.
Bye.
That's it for today, y'all. This has been a 3 Paws Productions podcast. Our producer is Sephi. Michael Achenbach is our patient editor. Our theme song is written and performed by Diana Weishauer. You can find show notes and so much more at jacereadsromance.com. That's JAYCE Reads Romance. Follow along on TikTok and Instagram at Jace Reads Romance. If you'd like to ask a question or share a story for the podcast, call and leave a message at 661-JACE-RR. That's 661-529-2377. Or send an email to jace@jacereadsromance.com. Finally, like and subscribe so you can get every episode when they drop. You can also leave us a review to help others find us. And remember, this is Jace holding space for you.